Have you ever wanted to make your own stop motion animation? You know, when you were a kid, you grew up watching like stuff on Nickelodeon where it looked kind of stop motiony. Well, what if I can tell you there's something quick and easy you can do right now in After Effects to give your animations a unique and authentic spin? It's a trick I love using to really give my animations, whether I'm doing a commercial, something for myself, to really give it that nice tactile feel. Hi, I'm Cameron King. I edit and I do motion design for a living, and I like to give simple tips to new editors and motion designers who are just now starting out in the business or are looking to get their foot in the door. Today I'm going to teach you how to do that stop motion effect that you see in so many things nowadays. It's very simple and it's easy, and we're going to jump right in. Alright, check out how simple this is. So we're going to start a new composition, hitting this little button right here. Change your frame rate to 15 frames per second. If you're crazy, which you might be, you can go 12 or you can go 8. But for the sake of this, let's just go 15. Hit OK. That's it. You now have the stop motion animation. Okay, but seriously, I'm going to show you how we're actually going to do it. So essentially what's happening here is that you're telling After Effects to force 15 images per second, per 1 second. A standard frame rate is 23,976. For broadcast is 29,977. So you're seeing 30 pictures, frames per second. And this makes it only 15. So it's less images in the same amount of time. And so what that actually does is create this sort of blocky effect. If you ever watched old time movies like silent film era movies, even pre-silent film era movies, they're all between like 12 and 15 frames per second. You know, it's all kind of choppy and jumpy. That is because they didn't quite have the science down yet, the technical prowess down yet to make it more lifelike. So it had this sort of cartoony, jumpy effect to it. So we're going to go 15 for now, and then maybe we'll push it up a notch in a little bit. Now let's do a little example and have some fun so you can see this in action. So I have this digital paper right here. I'm just going to throw it in here, and you see it's like these gold little flakes. See how cool that is? It's nice. Gold is fun, and there's nothing behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a solid background. Command Y. Let's make it white because white's cool and pretty, and it goes with gold. Black goes with gold too, but white, it'll help us see it a little better for now. And what I'm going to do is actually make this thing move from top to bottom. I'm actually going to chop this up let's just go every 4 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chop it, and I'm going to move this up here, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. You hit Command Shift D to cut. And I'm going to do it right here in the middle. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut it again. I'm going to get rid of this. Select these 3. Duplicate it by hitting Command D. And then move them all over. And I like to keep things clean, so I'll stack it up. Let's see what this looks like. It kind of has this nice stop motion effect to it already. And this kind of just adds to our aesthetic. I'm going to duplicate this again so we can have it throughout our entire thing. There we go. And we can actually make this a little bit longer. We'll make it 5 seconds. Keep this thing going. Now it's not perfect. I would actually play with this a little bit more to get it how I want it to look. All right, there you have it. All my background is moving. I'm actually going to pre-comp this to clean it all up. So select them all. Command Shift C to pre-compose. We'll call this the background. And now we have a nice moving background. I want to do something else real fast too. I want to actually speed it up a little bit more. You actually want to go backwards. So we'll go to 50. 50. And this will double it. Might be too fast, but we'll try it out. maybe a little too fast. Let's go 75. Cool. That's good for now. You get the idea. Now we're going to do some text. Let's pick a nice hand-drawn text. There's this one I like. It's called Awesome Handmade. That's what we'll do there. We'll call it, we'll just do that, and we'll write out a word. I'm going to do fantastic because this is a fantastic animation. We'll make it a bit bigger. And we will make it black just so we can see it. We'll make it all, how does all caps look too? Looks pretty good. I want to have each individual letter animate on. So what I'm going to do is go to my nifty little tool up here, decompose text, and I want to do it by character. That way each one of these characters is separated, but they all come back and join together as if it's one word. It uses expressions. I'm not smart enough for expressions. You guys can go dive into that all day long. I want nothing to do with expressions. Decompose. Boom. You hit it. All the letters just crumble apart. So what I'm going to do here is hit Option P on all of them and then move them over to 1 second. And then from there, I'm actually going to take each one of these, I'll add order here, start with the F, and have them start off screen. And then eventually they're going to all come together right in the middle. I'm just going to randomize it and make it cool. I'm going to hit my space bar to see what this looks like. Nice. I actually can make this a little bit longer. 5 more frames. Very good. You know what? We're going to take this up a notch. I don't think it's slow enough. I don't think it's stop motion-y enough. Hit Command K. Let's do 12 frames per second. Much better. All right, so what we're going to do now is actually stagger these a little bit to make it seem more natural, because things don't happen like that in nature. They don't just come together in a straight timeline. So I'm just going to randomize it a little bit. This is actually our base. Very good. Very good. So, has a nice choppy effect to it. Let's take it one step further. Let's go 8 frames per second because I'm feeling so loopy today. Much more choppy. Much more of that stop motion effect. What you actually do to make this thing even more realistic is actually give each of these letters a wiggle expression. I said I wasn't into expressions earlier, but wiggle is the one expression I actually do know. Yeah, I know guys, but I actually do have it saved into a preset here, into K-bar, it's actually a script, not a preset, I'm sorry. And I can hit P and then hit the wiggle button here. And I'll actually add a slight wiggle expression to it. So look at my F. There's a slight wiggle to it. I can actually make it more of a wiggle too by clicking here. We'll go 10, 1. Let's go 10, 10. There we go. We actually want this to be more like 5 and then 20. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's go, and then 12. It's really just, it's not a science, it's an art. So you gotta bear with me here and bear with yourself as you do this. 512 looks pretty good. So maybe if I take this wiggle, copy, and then apply it to all the rest of these things. So I've gone in, and as you can see here, I've applied all the wiggle expressions to each of these letters. You probably could have done this from the beginning, But this actually might create more of a randomness to it if you do it on each individual one. It's really up to you and how much time you have and how much more aesthetic you want to bring to it. So yeah, let's just watch this now in real time and see what it does. There you go. Nice handmade looking animation. And you can even take this a step further by going into each individual letter, clicking on P, and just like randomly moving it around. So you can go there, you kind of move that here. That way it kind of looks like it's not perfect. See, watch. See how it just kind of goes? Like as if you are doing a stop motion animation. Let's do it to this one as well. Wait till we see it. A little here, a little there. P, just, you know, really have fun with it. Like I said, this is where the artistry of it all just comes in, and you become less of a technician and more of an artist. And that's really what people pay you the big bucks for, is to be an artist, not some button pusher. You're an artist, man. Make it snappy. Make it snappy and make it happy. For making happy little letters as they dance all the way home. And there you have it, folks. Let's watch it from the beginning. Ooh, fantastic. So this is just a quick example. I've done this for ads, for political ads, for some of my own personal projects, for church projects that I've done before, and it really is a really cool, nice aesthetic. You can do it throughout your entire edit to really give it just a sense of uniqueness, and it's just fun. Now I hope these examples really got you started and that you take what I've taught you here and really apply it to your own animations and learn and grow and really have some cool things that you can experiment with. I would love to see what you do. Feel free to leave a comment below, drop me a link, shoot me an email, cam@camthemanking.com. Ask me anything. I would love to help you out in your creative career.